Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the breakdown of price effect into income effect and substitution effect as given by Hicks. So what I will try is to make it the simplest possible. I have divided the diagram into three parts so that it's easier for you to understand how to draw it also, and the write up I'm going to give at the end of the video. You can use it for your exams, but right now I'm going to explain you from the diagram itself in a very simple form. It is a bit technical, but once you understand it, once you get a hold of it, it's very easy. So let's get started. As you can see in the first diagram, we have considered x and y are the two goods, and in this I have considered x as a normal good. Normal good is goods for which if price falls, the consumption increases. So x is a normal good, AB is the budget line as denoted by BL, and IC1 is the first IC. So right now the consumer is consuming x1 units of x. Okay. Now what happens? Price has suddenly fallen. As we know, when price falls, budget line rotates. Okay. So you can see the budget line is rotating from AB to AB dash. Why AB dash? Because now the consumer can consume more units of X. As the price of X has fallen, the consumer can consume more units of X. That's why the budget line has rotated from AB to AB dash. I hope this concept is clear with all. Else I will put another video where I will discuss about the rotation and the shifting of budget lines. Okay, so as shown here, IC1 has equilibrium at E1 where the consumption level is X1, and when the budget line is rotated to AB dash, the IC2 is having, so the consumer shifts to a new IC, right? Now the consumer is consuming more units of X. As the price has fallen, the consumer is consuming more units of X, and the new consumption is at X2. I hope this much is clear. Now the real game starts. What happens? As we can see, IC2 is showing the price effect. X1 to X2, it shows the price effect, the change in consumption due to change in price. Now to break it down to income effect and substitution effect, what we do is come to diagram 3. If you can see, there is another budget line drawn as CD. This is known as compensated budget line. How to explain it is, suppose now we have asked the consumer, okay, so the price has fallen, now you can consume more, but I am going to take away the amount of money that you are saving due to fall in consumption. This particular thing is called purchasing power. So purchasing power is what? Suppose you are consuming one packet of Maggi for 10 rupees. Now the price of Maggi has fallen to 5 rupees. Now you will be with 10 rupees of income, you will be able to consume 2 packets of Maggi, 5 plus 5. So when the price of Maggi falls, what I do is I take away 5 rupees of your income from you. What I am doing is reducing your income, reducing your purchasing power. Now if I take away 5 rupees, now you are having only 5 rupees in your hand, and the price of Maggi is also 5 rupees. So you can consume only 1 unit of Maggi, 1 packet. Same way as shown in the diagram, the consumer is at AB dash right now. Fine. Now I am taking away the money, the 5 rupees from the consumer, and the budget line is shifting to CD. As you can see that CD is a new budget line which is known as compensated budget line. What we do in the compensated budget line is we allow the customer to have the same level of consumption he was having initially before the change in price. So initially when the price of Maggie was 10 rupees, the consumer was having only one packet of Maggie. Now I have taken away 5 rupees. Now also the consumer can have only one packet of Maggie. So you can see IC1 is also tangent to the compensated budget line CD. This shows that the consumer is able to consume the initial combination of good, which is in IC1, and the new equilibrium is at E3, which denotes X3 units of good X. Now what happens? Now the consumer is having X3 units of good X and is at a compensated budget line. Now the consumer would be like, okay, give me my money back. So why we are giving back the money? To see the income effect. Okay, this was substitution effect. Okay, whatever the X3 we got, that shows the substitution effect. Now the consumer is like, give me my money back. We are giving that money back to see the income effect. So what the consumer does in case of rise in income. So on giving the money back, what happens? Budget line again shifts to the right. So see the budget line from the compensated budget line CD. Now the consumer has shifted to AB dash, the original budget line he was on. He is consuming now E2 units and at IC2. This shows the income effect. How is it that possible? Now when you give back the consumer those 5 rupees which you had taken earlier, the consumer is again going to buy 2 packets of Maggie. Very obvious. So what he is doing? That the consumption of Maggie has increased from X1 to X2, or rather I can say from X3 to X2. On rise of income, the consumption of Maggie has increased from X3, which was 1 packet, to X2, which is 2 packets. This shows the income effect. Now, as we know, what the substitution effect shows, with fall in price, consumption would actually increase. So you can see X1 to X3 consumption has increased. Similarly, in case of normal goods, what we know, with with rise in income, consumption would increase. So see, when income rose from CD to AB dash, the consumption has increased from X3 to X2. That's the income effect. So that's how we can break down price effect to substitution effect and income effect. Now one more thing, substitution effect is always negative. Okay, what does negative mean? With rise in price, consumption will fall, and with fall in price, consumption will rise. This is the basic law of demand. So substitution effect is always negative. Here also see the substitution effect is negative. The direction of price and consumption is opposite. Here the income effect is also negative. With what does that mean? That with when demand increases due to income effect as a result of fall in price, that shows the negative income effect. So that's about how the price effect can be broken down to substitution effect and income effect. In the upcoming video, I'm going to show for the case of rise in price.